Hi everyone. While Congress is out of session and I'm in Utah, I want to take a minute to talk about the SAVE Act. I've been getting a lot of questions about it. There's a lot of misinformation circulating, and I just want to set the record straight because I know a lot of you are curious. So a couple of weeks ago, we passed the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, so the SAVE Act, in the House to ensure that only U.S. citizens are voting in federal elections. It does this by requiring documentary proof of citizenship when you register to vote. Critics of the bill have three main arguments that I'm hearing. First, a lot of people are saying this isn't necessary. We already have laws to prevent non-citizens from voting. That's true. Federal law already prohibits non-citizens from voting in elections and requires registrants to attest to their citizenship. But the 1993 National Voter Registration Act prevents states from requiring actual proof of citizenship. So while applicants check a box that says they're a citizen, there's no requirement for them to show any documentation. I don't feel like I have to explain why that's a problem. And that's why I'm okay with the federal government getting involved in states running elections, because the federal government already got involved and said the states can't require it. So as a result, non-citizens have ended up on voter registration rolls. And in some cases, audits have even discovered that non-citizens have cast ballots. The SAVE Act fixes that flaw by telling states that they have to require documentary proof of citizenship when someone registers to vote. So how do you prove citizenship? You can provide a state-issued driver's license. It doesn't have to be a federal ID. I know that's one of the things a lot of people have asked about. Second, I've also heard several people say this bill will somehow disenfranchise married women, especially those who've changed their names. And that's just not the case. It doesn't prevent anyone from voting because of a name change. In addition to your birth certificate, it's acceptable to use a passport, a military ID, a naturalization certificate, or certain driver's licenses. It's all the same proof that women have to provide anytime they've changed their name and need an ID. If your name has changed, a marriage certificate can easily be used alongside your other documents. That's the standard legal process, one that millions of women have navigated for years. Third, critics of the bill also claim that the bill would disenfranchise minority voters, low-income or homeless people, voters in remote rural areas, and college students who are less likely to have the documentation with them. But all American citizens can offer proof of citizenship. That's what the SAVE Act is trying to incentivize states to ensure that American citizens are equipped with the documentation they need to be able to vote. SAVE Act is not voter suppression. It's certainly not Jim Crow 2.0. It's about securing our elections, making sure every eligible American can vote. And it's also about restoring confidence in our elections. While it's already illegal to vote if you're not a resident, if we don't have any way of enforcing that, it doesn't matter. It's illegal to speed, but if there weren't highway patrolmen, I think I-15 would be moving even faster than it already does. So that's it for this week's highlight on the Hill, and I will see you next week with another update.